Hello and welcome to episode 1 of Important Issues. This is when we're going to talk it all. We're going to do immigration, we're going to talk abortion, we're going to talk turkey bacon versus regular bacon, we're going to talk war, all the important things, the important issues in today's world. That's not at all what's going to happen here. This is not about the world. This is not about, we may touch on the world. It's not about any of that. That's not important. What's important are comics. And what I want to talk about are important issues of today, important issues that just came out, important issues of the past. Although the first one I'm talking about is very current, just came out last week, and it is Jughead number 9. I've been told with my book reviews when I gush about something that it's very enjoyable. So these are important to me, and I'm going to explain why they're important. And I think that it's not just importance to me, that there's a larger importance to some of these books that maybe they're not being seen, and I need to talk about it so I can get it out of my head, because I feel like people don't appreciate some of the things that I appreciate, and I'm not trying to force my way on some people, but if I say it, I don't have to annoy people in real life with it. Nobody has to watch this, obviously, but it's going to happen. So, important issues, Jughead number 9, Ryan North and Derek Charm. First thing I want to say is this is the first issue of the new creative team. The new Archieverse Jughead was launched in 2015, maybe about a year ago now. And it was Chip Zdarsky was writing it, and a lot of people were on board for the first couple issues, and then they kind of decided that it wasn't their thing. I think the art swapped at some point. Some people didn't like that. There was basically 2 different stories in every issue, with a linear story through all of them, where Jughead was always having a dream sequence with a fantasy world story going on. But there was that one current theme through it all. Regardless. Number 8, we find Archie and Jughead getting lost in the woods because Jughead just wants to spend time with Archie. He wants to spend time with his buddy. That's all he wants to do. He wants to hang out. But Archie has different ideas. He wants to go be with girls. He wants to go pretty much creep on these girls at this camp. And they get lost. They get in a big fight, but eventually they get found. And they get saved, if you will. In this issue, we open up. And the first thing I want to say is I appreciate Ryan North already. I think he made a filler issue of this, or I had something else. Maybe he did something. I don't know. Maybe it was an issue of Howard the Duck with Chip. I don't know. But he puts little jokes in the bottom margins that are kind of like a commentary on the story, as well as a commentary on the whole environment of the book, as well as commentary on the former creative team, as he cracks a few jokes on Chip in this. And I love that. He even says that it's like extra jokes for your money, more bang for your buck. I like it. It adds a little bit. It seems fresher. They're more enjoyable going through them again, because I feel like if you read them through the first time while you're reading the story, although some of them do add to the story, other bits kind of might take you out mentally of the story. But I know there's people that don't read the book more than once. And I'm one of those people normally, so it's not a problem for me to get taken out of it by that, because I love them, but I'm just saying it may be an issue if some people can't focus entirely. But in Jughead 9, we have, once again, Archie wants to go and kind of make sure Reggie and Veronica don't bang around, and then Betty wants to make sure that Archie and Veronica aren't alone. It's a weird love triangle that if you're reading Archie, you know what's happening. But they take off. They leave Jughead by himself. They all kind of run. Jughead eventually makes it to Pops, and he is on his phone texting Arch about love, and Arch is just going off about his great ways of finding women, and he should write a book. And outside, there's a mascot in a burger costume just handing out pamphlets. Jughead doesn't even see it. Walks right in. They're in there talking, and they ask him what he thinks of the new mascot. And he says, "What mascot? I don't know what you're talking about." And they said, "Yeah, the burger lady who's handing out pamphlets outside." And he says, "Burger lady?" and he's very confused. He doesn't understand. In his head, it's just a little thought bubble that says burgers with 3 smiley faces, lady with kind of a face, and then burger lady with question marks. Goes outside, says hello, and kind of panics and says you, and just runs. Just takes off. Betty calls him out of having a crush, and it's Jughead going through the emotions and the mentality and the thoughts of a crush. He's thinking, I want to do all the activities with him. What would my life be like with him? What I don't understand it. I don't understand it. And he's constantly fighting with himself and fighting with himself. And they finally talk him down and just say, don't worry about it. Just, you can't avoid pops. Be polite. Even become friends. That's the best you can do. And he does, and he just goes there, and it's basically a friendship where he walks in, she hands him a pamphlet. There's very little back and forth, but then he goes, he eats burgers, and comes out. Eventually, Burger Lady shyly asks Jughead on a date, and Jughead says yes very quickly because they're friendly, and then starts panicking again because of the date. He says I like her as a friend. I mean, I love burgers, but I like her as a friend. I don't know what she thinks of the date. I don't know what to do. And it's written as such truthfulness. There's such truthfulness of the emotion and the thought process. And he's asking Bets what to do. He's asking Betty for help. Archie tries to give him some help and talks about love, and Archie doesn't know what the hell's happening. He's in the middle of a triangle, and he's just doing the Archie thing, tripping over himself. But Jughead is told to visualize what he wants, visualize what you want the date to be. And this is Betty's advice. And Jughead proceeds to think of doing all these things with the burger lady. Thinks about playing volleyball, thinks about going swimming, thinks about getting married, thinks about having a baby, a little burger baby. But in all of these thoughts, it's the burger. It's not a woman. It's not a female. It is just kind of the burger. Jughead wants to marry a burger. Bit creepy, hilarious. There's great jokes all through this, by the way. I'm barely touching on any of the good ones. There's just very quick quips in between scenes. There's very quick back and forth in this. And there's a lot of dialogue in this. This book is worth it. It's not just running through a few pages and there's three speech bubbles, 2 speech bubbles. There is content here, so you can sink your teeth into this. Much like Jughead wants to sink his teeth into the burger lady that he is fantasizing about. Eventually, he goes for the date and shows up, and he's still worried. He's going over his head. He doesn't know what's going on. And a young lady says, "Oh, hey, Jughead," and he's very confused. He doesn't understand. And she says, "Well, you didn't think I was going to wear the burger costume on our date, did you?" And he kind of drains. Like, he doesn't understand what's happening. He doesn't understand if he likes her because it was maybe the burger that he liked. And then she introduces herself as Sabrina. So Sabrina was the burger lady. So Sabrina, looking just super cute, looking just like this. I think I fell in love with her out of the burger costume. But I loved the raw, true emotions brought forth here with some humor, but it's still definitely awkward. The awkwardness seeps through these pages, and I love an awkward situation. I'm a big fan of an awkward situation. And I think that awkwardness, you need to experience it. Everybody needs to experience that. And the fact that it's written and drawn and can be felt in this book is important. It's important for everybody, I think. Everybody needs to at least to experience it yourself is one thing, but to recognize that feeling when reading or when experiencing something, when something like this can give you that true feeling, and you're really thinking, "Wow, that's right." I think that's very important. I think if a younger audience would read this, it would be great. It would open them up a little bit, and maybe to expect the awkward. It's going to happen regardless, but maybe they could expect it a little bit. Maybe they could plan for it. It's still going to happen, but if they're ready for it, then maybe they know that's the worst that could happen would be the awkwardness. Maybe make them a little more comfortable with how maybe a crush or something like that. All in all, I think this new Archieverse is phenomenal. Not the way that word's supposed to be said, but that's how I'm going to say it. And if you jumped off Jughead because you weren't sure about the dream sequences, you weren't sure about the art of the time, please jump back on now. I don't want this book going anywhere. I loved the stuff that Chip was doing, but the stuff that Ryan North is doing here, I think this issue, if this speaks to what he's going to be doing, I'm sold. I will buy enough of this book to keep it running myself, to keep it going, because this book was magical. This book had content. This book had feeling. This book had meat behind it, burger meat, and it was the complete package. It was everything I wanted. It genuinely made me laugh out loud, and then it genuinely also gave me those kind of feelings, which is it's easier to do now with as good as comics are getting, but it hasn't always been easy, and I wasn't expecting it either. And I'm super excited about Sabrina. I'm super excited about this possible relationship. I'm super excited about Jughead. I'm super excited about the Archieverse. This is an important issue. Jughead number 9, Ryan North and Derek Charm. Please read it. Please just check it out. I may have spoiled it, but I'm telling you, there's a lot that happens in here that you'll laugh that I didn't say. There's a lot in here that happens that is just great, and it's an important issue because of that. This is probably my favorite read for a while now. This is the most I've enjoyed a book in a good long time. So thank you, Ryan North and Derek Charm. Thank you, Jughead. Thank you, Sabrina. Thank you, Archieverse. Thank you for watching. If you liked me gushing about this and you think I should do more of these, it could happen. It'll all depend on if I kind of enjoy it. I don't know. I feel like I enjoy talking about it, and it may happen whether you like it or not. But thank you for watching, and this has been Important Issues with Breakdown Brand. No, I don't like calling myself that at all. This has been Important Issues with Brand.